Sunshine Dixieland Company, Rhett, the unofficial sequel to Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind by Stephen Wayne Hampton. Copyright, Sunshine Dixieland Company, actually sunshinedixieland.com, 2003, also 2017.
Do that works.
Take one. We need to be up a little bit more. We got to see the... Man, that light's blinding me. Take 7. Reading Rhett. Chapter 1. The cotton looked flung and scattered. A millennium of trashy, discarded powder puffs clinging to the woody stalks and weedy edges of the late October fields. A variegated blanket of dirty white, rotten green, and rusty brown. Lay down, cat. Lay in folds across rolling hills between emerald green piney woods, covering the rich red Georgia earth as if to keep it warm. In the pre-dawn darkness, unseasonably cold and vicious air crept in from the north and west. The heavy dew and dampness of the night turned into hoarfrost, covering the fields of cotton. The brown grass of the yard and all the roofs of the little houses, barns, and outbuildings on the plantation glistened. A warm and bright sun was rising vividly blue and clear in a vividly blue and clear sky. The frost was beginning to melt, and diamond dewdrops were sparkling in sunlight, shimmering on a multitude of spider webs in the cotton fields. It was the proverbial frosty Dixie morning. Rhett Butler stood alone on the veranda of the big house at Terra, staring across the cotton fields. He was in a foul mood. He took the butt of a hand-rolled Cuban cigar out of his mouth, contemplated the rancid, damp end he was unconsciously chewing, and threw the offensive thing into the grass. Damn bitter cigar. As he continued to gaze across the cotton fields, he continued to curse. Damn cotton. Damn this foam. Damn that scar. Rhett's damning was interrupted by a familiar voice, a voice heavy with accent and gentle sarcasm. Why, Captain Butler, how you do carry on. Is everything and everybody in Georgia to be damned this fine October morning? The voice sounded so real and close that he was somewhat startled. However, he did not look around because the person of that voice was dead. And he did not believe in ghosts or spirits of any kind. Rhett Butler did not and would not believe in anything that he could not see, touch, taste, or smell. Nevertheless, ironically, the sound of that voice had a soothing effect on his spirit. He leaned against a marble column as bittersweet memories began to vie for his conscious attention. He quickly suppressed those thoughts, damned the past. However, his sarcastic pirate's grin wrinkled the corner of his mouth and his dark eyes sparkled. At 50 years of age, most women would have agreed he was still a handsome and vile man. Those scars and lines that showed gave him a rugged, substantial look. Those scars unseen gave his eyes that worldly look of confidence most women find comforting, even if they do not want to admit it. A lot of women find comforting, even if they do not want to admit it. Correction there. Okay. He responded to that ghostly voice from the past with his own gentle sarcasm, saying out loud, "Well, my dear Miss Melanie, some things just need to be damned." He reached into his jacket pocket and retrieved a fresh Cuban. He ceremoniously cut and lit the aromatic tobacco. Taking a long drag, he enjoyed the warm smoke before exhaling a large vaporous cloud into the cold morning air. Where'd I put my cigar, Kit Kat? I must be out. Taking a long drag, he enjoyed the warm smoke before exhaling a large vaporous cloud into the cold morning air. Once again, he contemplated the cotton, trying to forget the most persistent ghost of his past. What is over and done is over and done. Period. End of story. That was Rhett's motto. Many times, mottos, easy to say, are more difficult to keep or apply in any significant way. A stranger standing there could not see the things a native easily sees in the cotton: blood, sweat, and tears. No stranger could see the love and hate, hope and despair of countless generations of people. The ghosts of men and women, black and white and creamy, all shades of color, high-born, low-born, and outborn. Men and women, cads and harlots, bimbos and bastards, strong and weak, ignorant and proud, at times blessedly stupid. Rich and poor, masters and slaves, demigods and dirt men. And every human soul who ever made a living off King Cotton. No stranger can even imagine or begin to understand what a native knows in his guts and keeps in the very cracks of his bones. Cotton is a little less than God is, and probably higher than angels. There's nothing in this world like cotton. Never will be. Cotton builds empires and destroys them. Cotton is warmth, love, and the soft, easy laughter of a well-fed and educated people. Cotton is cold, bitter disparity, embedded hatred, mournful groans of hunger, and the wailings of unrighteousness and cruel ignorance. Cotton is wealth and prestigious life, poverty, and deplorable death. Cotton built the South, destroyed the South, and built it again. Generations of people, all kinds of people, live, love, hate, and die. They come and they go, but the cotton remains. Wool is rough, flax is trashy, so is polyester, and cotton is king. Cotton and arrogance, Rhett grumbles. All we ever had, all we still have. If it was up to me, I would burn the fields. Better than selling at a loss. Edison invented the light bulb a year ago, illuminated the country and the world, while the South is helped to illuminate the country and the world, while the South is still the economic bastard of civilization. Damn Yankees are always inventing something. He chuckled and grinned cynically. Then they convince us all that we cannot live without their new and wondrous contrivance. They sure know how to make money and punish the South. In this day and age, anybody they want to punish. Rhett was not worried about money. He was just as rich as the richest Hampton ever was. Those South Carolina Hamptons. However, Tara's acres of cotton were a glorious white waste, and it sickened him. If Scarlett was in her right mind, I could convince her to grow some good tobacco. That would be smart. Unfortunately, Scarlett was not, had not been for months in her right mind. Will Benteen, it's spelled B-E-N-T-E-E-N. If Margaret Mitchell was alive, I would know. I think it's Benteen. Will Benteen should have been, or Miss Ripley. I don't know. If Will Benton was doing his best to run the plantation, a one-horse farmer, a cracker from Florida before the war, he confided in Rhett. 40 acres and a mule, more than enough for any cracker. Rhett grinned knowingly. That's right. But you married up in the world, my good man, and that means more responsibility. Will did not resent the truth. He smiled easily and looked him straight in the eye. You know I'd just soon be poor. Rhett studied his weather-worn, honest face. There was not a hint of hypocrisy in those washed-out gray eyes. He sighed and chuckled. I know, but Scarlett O'Hara will not allow anyone kin to her to be poor. You did marry her favorite sister. His sarcastic grin broadened at that comment. They both laughed. Sue Ellen and Scarlett fought like cats. Always did and always will. In both appearance and personality, Rhett and Will were as different as night and day. However, their brutal honesty was the same. Many resented that trait in Rhett, but easily accepted it in Will, actually seeking his advice. Very few people had the courage to ask Rhett for anything. He had a way of nicely cutting the crap and exposing the truth. Unpleasant for the average person, which can be unpleasant for the average person.